different requirements. If you can see, we having local suppliers and we have international suppliers, and the requirements it is similar in somehow. You can see that JSRS certificate. It is one of the mandatory document that it should be valuable either with a local or international. There is the CR, commercial registration, bank details, and VAT, tax, and so on. On the other hand, you can, on the other side, you can see the JSRS, how the suppliers, they can get their JSRS certificates and the criteria of getting that certificate. Okay, this is kind of the request function. The suppliers who is existing in video system, they can raise it if they want or they wish to update their details or to add a new category, renewing their CRs, JSRS, VAT, tax, and bank details as well. So all those requests, it's available on the system, and they can go by themselves and do the request on the system. This is our registration cycle. Actually, we having two registration cycles. Some of the suppliers, they will register without on-site audit, and some of the suppliers, they will register with a site audit. And you can see the element who's on the registration cycle. It starts with the supplier because they are the one who will put their request to register or to have a profile on Rabita system, which is a system unique for the video system. And you can see it will go through the vendor management team, and then will supplier and our quality team, our technical team, and if it's required for an audit, it will go to our audit team for a site audit. Once it's all go to the legal team, all the path it's finished, it will be ended with our APME list. For any support, for any support in registration step, the suppliers can contact our frontline team who will support them either by email or by phone. If they could support them immediately, or they can approach us as internal team to support the team or the supplier. Registration page. Whoever open the registration page through that link, he will get, it is 5. I changed the one, but it's look like it's the same here. It's 5 actually. We have in type 5 type of the registration, and the supplier, he need to go and select the right category or right vendor type of the based on the supply items or service that he's doing. Once he goes through the selecting type, he will get the other window who is applying him to register on the video. So getting JSRS certificate doesn't mean that you already approved the video system. You need, because video, they have another qualification system, and everyone needs to go through that qualification until it gets approved, and he can be part of the vendor management or vendor list approved list on the system. Here, it's like I will go through the registration page as a sample. This is the registration page. It's all requirement, normal requirement with the document that already the supplier have it in hand. Either it's JSRS or their CR or their VAT, tax, bank details, and so on. Supplier, they will have an option to select the product or the service they are approved on it. And here it will be they need to upload all the document which already in his hand, like the JSRS, CR, bank details, and VAT, tax. All those documents need to be uploaded on the system before he submits his registration. Once he do the initiate registration, he will submit, it will go to the vendor management team for reviewing, and once it's approved as initiate approved, he will get the supplier, auto email, getting him the username and password, which willing him to enter or log into the system. And the system, once he gets the username and password, system will send him automatically QCL, or what it's with the qualification checklist. Qualification checklist, it is part of the qualification. He will go through it based on the service or the product he has selected on the initiate registration. This is the technical and part of the technical and quality qualification. We have in our quality team, they will review his submission or his qualification. Once it's approved by the quality team, they will approve it. It will go automatically to our technical team for their review. And just to mention here, the technical team or the function team, they will decide if the service or the product need to have an audit site audit. If they decide to have a site audit, it means that there will be another step with the site audit, and the supplier need to pay a fees for that one. I will show it later on. Here also we having our due diligence form. This is part of our legal team requirement, and this will be sent automatically from the system as well to all our suppliers, and all the suppliers who's willing to be part of any tender, any participation on the bid or any public tender or a certain tender, they need to have an approved due diligence form, which allowing them to submit their proposal and quotations. This is if the suppliers, our technical team or function team, they decide to have a site audit for the suppliers, the system automatically will send them the link of the paying fees. The paying fees, it's like they need to pay a fees for the audit, which will be conducted with, by our team. So once this is the facility audit. As I mentioned before, that some of the QCL, it's not required in audit, and it will be continuously until it's approved. Some of the QCL or the product, it will be required in audit side. If it's audit side, it is depend on the where it will be. As you can see that if it's in North America and other Asian places, Europe, they need to pay such fees, and if it's Middle East, they need to pay another fees. If it's GCC country, they need to pay another fees. If it's Oman and outside Muscat, they will be different fees. So it's depend on the place. Based on that one, they will pay the fees for the audit project. Once all the steps it is approved, all the requirements it's there, the vendor will be approved in the system and will be moved to our AB vendor list, approved vendor list, which allowing them to participate on all the tender, all the QC, any request for the quotations. Okay, this is our internal vendor performance, how we are controlling or managing our vendor performance. There is and there is non-compliance consequence. We are used it for our suppliers in case of any lack or any fail to process the product or the shipment or whatever, starting with the yellow card, ending with the red card. Thank you very much. Any question, or you will leave it to the end? Yeah. Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ma'am, I just want to ask you, video still open all the categories of all the products and services still open, or we used to experience sometimes that video says that come back to okay, this categories has been closed for some time.
Yes.
See, when you these are few elements I wanted to tell you about it. See, we are all. I almost like I born and brought up in Oman, so I know very well people and the culture, and I'm very close to that. See, I really respect the way the country goes, and then the next step is the people who are the elements to add value to the government views and economical status of the country. So by saying this, or I'm coming back to my question is, see, there is an IC, there is a organization, there are products and services, and the people, and the manufacturers who's coming to the country. So the acceptance of this, when we say that, okay, this product is not being not approved, this category is closed, then we will have a problem to bring more manufacturers to the country. Even they wanted to invest in country, there will be restrictions on many areas. We are facing that. So every day is a different day. Yesterday maybe yes, maybe you don't have a proper suppliers or manufacturers, but today we might have find something good. So by saying no to them, we are losing people. So we are losing manufacturers. They will go to the different, the next country, which is very easy. You know the line. Most of them they set up their factories and things are there because it is very easy for them to get the things done there. This is what the feedback I'm getting our manufacturers and the people we are getting. So how do you address this issue? Thank you. PDO. Actually, I want to tell you about Ubin's PDO. The PDO is one of the, they are the major shareholders of all the economic and the things who bring the economic to the country. Please, thank you.
Thank you very much for your question, and I fully agree with you. As I mentioned at the beginning, when you are opening the registration page, you will find that foreign manufacturer, local, and service provider is still open. And the video public tender as well and others, it's there. So all those 5, it's open for registration. Only they are stopping the stockies and distributor because they are facing so many issues and fail to supply the right material on the right time. So that's why it has been stopped. But other than this, the local manufacturer, foreign manufacturer, service provider, all those it's still open and anyone can apply to be part of the supplier who is supplying at video, either the public tender, the people who is wishing to be part of only public tender, as well as they can be part of the supplier.
That's my understanding.
Right. Any other question? Yes, please. Please have a question.
Actually, good morning, Safiya.
Good morning.
To be registered in a certain service with a video, I want the way because while I'm approaching the main contractors to. Assalamu alaikum. Hamad Al Mari from Muscat Engineering Oil Field Service. Actually, I approached the main contractors for a certain service to work with them. And I'm not allowed to work with them only if I am registered with PDU for, to be approved with PDU. But I don't have the experience. While I'm approaching PDU directly, they will ask for an experience. And main contractors is not allowing us to use these jobs. I want the way from how can I do it?
You need to register or
No,
to
no.
be a certain approved for a certain service.
Yeah, to be approved for a certain service.
It means that you need to go through the registration, select the service provider as there, and put your service. So the system will send you a qualification checklist based on the service that you selected. But once it's approved, the cycle or it's approved, the system will give you the approval.
Yes, but you guys will ask for an experience.
For the registration?
Yeah, for the registration, the service and service.
No.
There is no experience
No.
required?
If you are approved, because it doesn't mean that you are selecting a service approval, you will be approved. No. That request will go to the quality team to provide your request. Once they approve, it will go to the technical team who will require documents and to check. Even if they require to go to your base and do the audit to the service that you are providing, they will go. Once they finish their homework, they will approve you on the system.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions?
We are doing this, vessel side. If we are going to deal with any of the main contractors that we do, do we have also to be registered in this Rallycon system as a service providers or subcontractors, or the system is just to be a full vendor with PDI?
See, if you are willing to participate in any of the public tender in video as your company, you should be registered. But if you are part of the service which main contractor do it per video, it's depend on the contract or on the bid which they put it. If they require also the subcontract to be registered or not. So if you are wishing to do the service directly or to participate on the public tender, yes, you need to be registered. But if you are registered as a public tender, you will not go for the qualification checklist because you are applying for a public tender. So once you are applying to the system, you are selecting public tender, you attach all your document, which is normal document, JSRS, VAT, CR, all those things. You will get your username and password, and that's it. And then you will be, it will willing you to go and participate on the public tender.
Actually, I want to know that if we are selected for the, we have 5 agreements we have registered. And after that, we are for the public tender also we want to register. At the same time, we are service provider also. So is there a possibility to register for those two categories at one time, or can we add it in later?
Actually, every supplier, they have unique login, username and password. So on the first time when you register, you need to select only one. But just to keep in mind that any supplier who is approving on the system or is registered on the system is having the option to participate on the public tender. So if you are registered as a service provider, you will have the option to see all the public tender which is there.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Just I have a small question here. Do you have a different registration for SMEs? You because most of the SMEs are taking a very minor works with oil companies on these. So do you have separate registrations and upon their type of services they're providing?
Actually, all the SMEs and small companies, they are watching video by our ICBT. So they are not going through the same registration with all the people they are going through. So you just need to approach our ICB on those matters.
Thank you.
Just one clarification. I didn't understand what do you mean by public tender registration? What is the difference between the public tender registration and the local or service provider? That is clear.
Okay.
What is public tender registration?
Actually, some of the suppliers or vendors, they wish only to be participating on the public tender because video sometimes they are putting a public tender for everyone. Everyone who's registered in Rabata, they can do that business. So some people they wishing only to do that part of the business. But the local manufacturer, it will go through the qualification, full qualification of the manufacturer, and the foreign manufacturer as well. And they will be approved on a certain service. The local manufacturer, they will be approved on a certain product to be manufactured. But on the public tender, there will be no QCL. There will be no qualification checklist on certain service or product.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. You just said that we need to contact the ICBT for the registration for SMEs. Can we have a guideline to how we can do that?
Okay, let me check this one and I will come back to you once I finish. Thank you. Any other questions? Or I can.
Hello, myself Vinith Raj. I'm from 7-Star Oilfield Equipments. So we are registered with, we are a Dubai-based company. We are registered with public tenders. So what is the difference between how we can get the RFQs for the instrumentation, not the public, other than public tenders? In which category we need to register here?
No, actually you already registered on the system.
Only for the public tenders.
Okay, it's mean that, and you are manufacturing those items, what you are talking about?
No, we are general traders.
Actually, that's why they stopped the trader. The trader and stockist, it has been stopped. If you are a manufacturer for those items, you can just simply go on the system and add category. And add those category in your profile. System will send you the qualification checklist. It will go through the process to approve those products and get them on our ABM list. But if you are a trading or stockies, no chance of.
What about if we have the agencies?
No. Sorry?
What about if we have the agency agreements?
Agency agreement, you mean you are an agent for a
particular brand?
Yeah. And yeah, this is can be done. Like you need to go and register, but firstly, that manufacturer need to be registered as well in the system. And the system, once you are applying to be an agent, local agent for that manufacturer, system will automatically link your name with their name, but with a certain document as well.
Okay, which is the category we need to register again on this one? In these 5 categories for the agent?
No, you don't need to go and register again. You already there on the system. Just you need to ask this team to change your supplier type to local agent. But you need to provide the requirements or documents required. Yes.
some suppliers from online is asking, is it mandatory for manufacturer to have a local agent in order to be qualified? The question is from one of our online participants. Is it mandatory for a manufacturer to have a local agent in order to be pre-qualified and be a registered vendor with video? Or if the foreign manufacturer can get the pre-qualification without a local agent?
Yes, the foreign manufacturer, they have either two ways. Either they dealing directly with video and they get the qualification and do the business directly or between them and video. Or the other side, they will be qualified and the qualification will be sent to them. They need to do the qualification, but the deal will be with a local agent. Like they will be dealing with video through a local agent. So they have both ways, either this or that.
It means it's mandatory to have a local office in Oman, is it? For the region to participate in video requirements?
No, they can do it from the home here.
Okay, thank you for that. Another participant from Germany is asking, they are a German manufacturer. Is there any professional commercial advantage if we are manufacturing in a GCC?
It's depends on what they are manufacturing. If there is any requirement on the product that they are providing, or it's like they will be asked one in a while. So it's depend on the business requirement. We cannot say it now until we know what's exactly they are providing.
Thank you for that. And last but not least, what is the minimum number of years of experience required for an international company to register as a vendor with video?
For the registration itself, there is no requirement of experience. They can go and register and put all the requirement documents. It's approving them as a manufacturer. Only that one. They will not have. Maybe at the audit stage, it will be asked what they did and how long they did it. But on the registration part, there is nothing.
The last question, how does video recognize or value the ICB, in-country value, or organization in a company? Are there any privileges or advantage during the project bidding or award process?
I'm not sure about the real one, but what I know that whenever there is a tender or there is a contract being awarded from video to any, there is a percentage of that contract to be goes to the ICP. And if I'm not wrong, it's 10% of that contract need to be goes to the ICB and the in-country value.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think we struggled
Thank
with
you.
many questions.
No, it's okay, no worries. Thank you very much.